Hey everybody, my name is Jermichael Lamar and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's very new. My channel is called Load Jockey LLC, the vlog. Load Jockey.
Man, I went from a bag to a bag to a bag. I remember me and mama used to ride the cab. Pull up out the lot, no more lease, we paying cash. Show up to a crib, had the keys to a Jag. That's that light work, flexing so much it hurt. Used to rock hand-me-downs, now Versace down my shirt. I remember them days, we couldn't wait for the first. Finally made me a meal, now we eating off the verse. Yeah, but I remember being hungry. Sardines, ramen noodles, and macaroni. Had that wick cheese sandwich with fried bologna. Don't want no pity, this part of my testimony. Yeah, I probably could've hit a lick with all my homies. Instead I played it cool.
What is up everybody? It's your boy Load Jockey LLC. And I got this thing, of course, because of the Roni. It is alive and kicking, and now they say mostly young people are getting it because they don't wear the mask. I don't know, I just wear it so people won't stop me from making my money. But for now I'm gonna take it off. I got the black, I don't know why, and the sun is hot as heck, but let me take this off real quick. What is going on everybody? I haven't spoken to anybody for a week, but hey, first thing, let me start it off. I'm gonna try to be as quick as possible. Let me give a shout out to some people. Now, last week I put out a video. I put my email address out there. I said, hey, if anybody needs help with anything, if I can assist them, I would be more than happy to help. And people have been calling. I mean, they don't call me. They email me, and then we exchange phone numbers. But anyway, I had a couple of guys call me. We got some new guys. We got Kane and Ruben. Kane is like, this guy, he called me on the phone one day. He was asking me about JB Hunt. I think it was like on a Thursday or something. Then he called me the next Wednesday, and he was like, yeah, man, I'll be out of orientation tomorrow. I was like, whoa, this guy's not playing around. So Kane is very serious. He's very hyped up. He got the energy like I had when I first came over. Then you got Ruben. He's another guy. He sounds young. He's kind of hyped up too, kind of like excited. And then you got Stanley and Jonathan. These guys are, you know, they're veterans, you can tell. They ain't excited about it. They had their trucks for years. But anyway, you know, 4 people contacted me, and we just chopped it up. You know, some people I didn't help. I didn't feel like I helped Stanley out too much. It's like, Stanley, bro, you know what's going on. You're just new to JB Hunt. You know how to drive the truck. And then Kane and Ruben, they just getting out for the first time with their trucks for the first time. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that how your hair stands up on the back of your neck because you want to do the best that you can out here. And hey, congratulations for you guys coming over to JB Hunt. So anyway, this particular video is called "The FOMO is Real." The FOMO is so real. Now granted, these guys called me, but the FOMO, they got the FOMO. The FOMO is it's not a disease, but it's just, it's the fear of missing out, okay? FOMO, the fear of missing out, F-O-M-O. And the fear of missing out will cause you to choose irrational, emotional decisions, you know, when it's come to this load board. And what I mean is, you want to make a certain dollar amount, or you have a certain goal for the week, or you want to do better than you did last week. So you pre-book all these loads. You know, 3 loads, and you don't realize that sometimes you're picking loads prematurely before the other load. But I don't know, how can I say it? Before the load board develops, you're choosing loads that might take you out of the way. You know, 300 miles plus, 250 miles, or take you to some load that's taking you to a dead end area. And that's cool in the beginning. You know, to Ruben and Kane, like I said, I don't want to influence you guys. Sometimes you have to go out there and go to these different areas, and you determine if you don't like them or not. Now me, I know what I like and don't like. This might not be the same for you. So I try not to give you guys too much influence on like going somewhere. Me and Ruben were talking, and it was a particular load. He said he liked it. It was okay. He lives in the Chicago area. You know, in my mind, if you live in Chicago, that's where I find most of my money, the good loads. And I was telling him, like, man, you can just go out, come back. But, you know, I guess he had been working in the area. Maybe he wants to see a different part of the country or whatever, but it's cool. But I digress. I want to come back to the FOMO. Don't FOMO. Now, in the beginning of this video, I put up a little message that said, you know, it was my first load jockey video. I had no money. I had no CDL. And that was my first YouTube video. And I also had no fear. I didn't know where I was going to be doing, but I always feel like I'm going to be in a good place. You know what I mean? Like, I don't try too hard on a load board because I feel like I'm going to make it. I don't, you know, I got a little bit of, you know, like Kane and Ruben. My hair is probably standing up on the back of my neck because you need a little bit of something to make sure you stay motivated. But it's not fear, you know. But, you know, at the same time, I'm human too. So my wife is telling me some things where her job might not be going as well. And so it's making me think she might lose her job. And if so, I'm going to be like Ruben and Kane. I'm going to be a little bit trying to get it in. You know what I mean? And sometimes you need to do that sometimes. I don't know everything. And I'm kind of like out of my lane. I'm in an area that I really didn't want to be in. But I busted my ass for that load. And we're going to develop a couple of good checks. Because last week I was telling people, oh, it's slow. Now I'm like, it's a completely different week. So it's the same, you know. I can't FOMO. I can't say it's going to be slow because I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen next week. But what a lot of guys are doing are you picking loads. Okay, let's say you're in, let's use Ruben. He lives in Chicago. So let's say he's in Chicago and he's trying to pick a load for Monday, but it's only Saturday. And he sees a load. Actually, he did see this. He saw a load in Frankfort, Indiana, which was like 80 miles from the Chicago area, more or less. I'm not perfectly correct. I don't know. I know if you'd have went to that area, it's 2 customers over there. One is good, one is not so good. One is like a real heavy grocery load, and you'll probably end up delivering in the wee hours of the morning and requiring a lumper. And the other one is great. But if you don't know what it is, why stress out 2-3 days before that day? Especially when you live in an area like Chicago. And if you're going to be in the Chicago area, you're going to have a ton of loads. You just have to have some kind of patience. And you can't FOMO, okay? You can't FOMO. If it's 9 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning, you cannot FOMO and grab something 300 miles away from you. Because as soon as you take off, and this happened to a friend of mine, she took off from the area, and she doubled back and looked at the load board, load pops up. Because of FOMO. It's FOMO. It's FOMO. So what you gotta do is you gotta relax, and you have to know that you're gonna make money. That's all. I don't know how to describe it. I have no fear. I know I should have researched it. I was gonna get I keep up with JB Hunt too also. Cause this is where I eat. So I was trying to look at what their earnings report was for the second quarter. They sent it to my phone. Yeah, I do that. I do that. So I didn't look at it, or I would have told you guys this. And I could, you know, sometimes you want to see how JB Hunt is performing. You know, because some people get mad because they say there ain't no good paying loads. If you say that, it becomes reality. You know what I'm saying? If you say, oh, JB Hunt has no loads, then you're not gonna find a load. If you say all my loads are heavy, then all of your loads are gonna be heavy. And me, I say just that. I'm gonna do good next week. I know I am. I'm gonna do good tomorrow, you know? And also, if you FOMO and try to pick loads too far out, and you're not really, if you're picking a load 3 days out, you're not putting too much emphasis on the 3rd day load. So you might pick a load that requires more hours to run, and you're recapping or something. You know what I'm saying? You by the time that day comes 3 loads later, 2 loads later, you look at the load, you got to travel 1,000 miles. You only got 7 hours. You about to run out of hours. You see what I'm saying? So you FOMO'd into a load that now they're gonna have to take off of you and cancel, and then now you're gonna have problems. Also, I truly believe that if I try to do the best that I can out here, like being on time, delivering loads without crashing and all that, then I feel like I will get a certain amount of favoritism from JB Hunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you always deliver on time and you're never late and you don't flip the truck over, I'm sure they keep up with those stats. And more than likely, if they got a load that pays good and they got to call somebody and they see your name there on the board, you'll probably get that call. But if you already FOMO'd on a load, maybe they can't call you. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying don't pick your loads. A lot of people would not agree with me. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving financial advice. This is my own opinion. So I don't like to pick too many loads out. As a matter of fact, I do 1 load at a time, unless there's a little bit of stipulation to it. It gets close to the weekend, and you know, a lot of these places that we pick up are Monday through Friday. Some of them are 24 hours a day, every day. You never know. So you might want to schedule something that'll take you through the weekend till Monday. Because you know, with JB Hunt, they might have 2 people watching the load board for the whole weekend. And if you call them, they got another 200 guys calling, you'll never get through. So that's the only exception to the rule. But I generally pick 1 load at a time. So I got my load on me now. I'm not even looking for a load right now. You know what I'm saying? I might look just to see what's in the area, but I'm not gonna jump on something. And also, at some point, you should learn these areas. Write down where you're going. Write down if you like it or not. If you hate it, write it down so you don't keep going to the same place, because you're FOMO and looking at how much money is being made, and you're not looking at everything. But anyway, guys, that's all. Let me show you this picture. Let me try to move to the side. Bezos right there. You remember him? Amazon guy. It was him in the office by himself, and it looked like the Amazon font on that picture is like some kind of cartoonish crap, you know, but it was a handmade sign on a piece of paper. And now this guy's like one of the richest guys in the world. But when you saw him working there, he had no idea that Amazon was going to be where it is. Maybe.
So people ask, why spheres? And there are multiple reasons. The spheres are found in nature. We see it in the sun and the moon. We see it in bubbles. We see it even in the pupil of the human eye. Welcome to the spheres. Let's go inside. The idea was that
I take that back. Maybe in his mind, he knew that Amazon was going to be that big, but nobody else knew. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't FOMO. He didn't freak out and do whatever. And you know, Amazon started off just selling books, bro. Nobody paid attention to Amazon, okay? So you don't have to go and make $1 million in one day. You don't have to do that. You can also look at different ways to invest and read things and listen to audiobooks while you're doing an 8-10 hour day, okay? You don't have to just listen to the trashy news all day and the stupid songs that play every day, you know? Even though I just played you a song in the beginning of this one. I was inspired by that song because the guy was like, he gets a bag, he gonna get a bag. I know I'm gonna get a bag. And the bag is like, what is it, like a word that means a bag of cash. How much is the bag? I don't know. Is a bag $500, $1,000, $10,000? A bag, okay? So when people say they get in the bag, they're trying to get the bag. So, but anyway, I just want to say to everybody that's coming to JB Hunt, or if you've been here and you've been struggling, I'm no expert, but you can email me, okay? LoadJockeyLLC@gmail.com, and we can talk about it. Sometimes I like hearing from you guys so I can see like what the heck is, you know, because I'm by myself in the truck. I don't know what everybody else is experiencing. And you know, when you can talk to somebody and you see my face and you feel like you know me, we could talk. And you know, I learned a lot of stuff from the people I talk to. You know, especially if you coming out of orientation, you telling me the newest stuff that's going on, or some of these other guys that's been here. But in my opinion, you should not FOMO. Please don't FOMO. try it next week. This is a new pay period coming up. Today is Sunday, and try it. Don't try to book every load, okay? Because like you might be in this area right here, and you book yourself a load way the heck over here, and as soon as you pull off, 5 loads show up over here. But you never know, because you booked the load, you're not gonna look back. But me, I'm the guy, when I leave an area, I look to see what came for the rest of that day. So do that also. You pick a load, you leave, keep checking until the end of the day to see if any loads popped up in that area. And if they did, more than likely, it'll come back at the same time. You know, loads might not post until afternoon, you know, 1300. You know, a lot of places get the freight in the morning, ship out in the evening. It's not 100% like that. But you know what I'm saying? They got different things that can happen. So calm your nerves, be patient, and don't FOMO. Because the FOMO is real, man. Everybody I talk to, and I didn't talk to all 4 of these guys. I talked to 3 to 4. I emailed 1. But all of them had that FOMO thing going on. And I'm just chill. Don't FOMO, guys. Don't FOMO. Like in the beginning, like I said, the beginning of this video, I didn't have a CDL. I didn't have no money. I had just lost my job. Well, I had some money because my last job, but you know, I didn't have a job to bring in more money, and I had no subscribers. That was my first video as Load Jockey LLC, and I probably had just invented that name a few days before that. So that was 2 years ago. It wasn't even that long. I went from no truck to I'm buying a truck. It can be done. You don't have to wait 10 years and all of that other stuff. But anyway, Load Jockey, I just want to say I'm here, y'all. Cover yourselves up, wash your hands, and if you go into Walmart, you better not have no fever, because they will kick you out. So wear the mask, wash your hands, and more importantly, don't FOMO. Load Jockey out.
Man, I went from a bag to a bag to a bag. I remember me and mama used to ride the cab. Pull up out the lot, no more lease, we paying cash. Show up to a crib, hand the keys to a Jag. That's that light work, flexing so much it hurt. Used to rock hand-me-downs, now Versace down my shirt. I remember them days we couldn't wait for the first. Finally made me a meal, now we eating off the